Hi, I'm Laura Leist, founder of Eliminate Chaos, and we are doing the video newsletter for this month with Malia Fazzio, one of our senior productivity specialists. And we're bringing this information to you today because of an untimely event that happened in Malia's life with her father. She's just returned to work after 7 weeks of being out. And we hope that some of the information we're going to share today will help you in your own lives. And so, Malia, while you were gone, you had to very quickly take over paying all of your dad's bills and accessing his financial information. And you learned a few things along the way.
I did.
So we were going to talk about that.
I did.
Okay.
I learned quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start with passwords.
Yes, okay.
Near and dear to my heart.
Yes.
And when I got into the situation, trying to find out bank account information, what checks have cleared. Keep in mind, this is the middle of the night. I'm coming into the situation, but I knew that there were some bills that had not been paid, and I needed to get things done as quickly as possible. And I was looking for passwords for his online information. And I found it very difficult to uncover what his passwords were because it was in two different places in the house. And then even then, when I did find some, they were outdated, old passwords. They weren't the most current passwords. So I spent a lot of time between the two places trying to find the right passwords and then having to reset some passwords. I ended up calling some of the vendors to get some of the information reset, which was a struggle in itself, but spending a lot of time doing that is really what I did at the end of the day was spending on finding passwords as well as getting things reset so that I could figure out how to pay the bills and what to pay, which was important.
And you and I both know from working with our clients that by having a password management system, how much time it saves people.
Tremendous amount.
And in this case, it would have saved you a lot of stress as well if your dad had something like that in place. And I know that you set that up for your dad.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
I set it up before I left.
So Malia's dad now has LastPass, just like we all use at Eliminate Chaos, as well as we all use that in our own personal lives. And we teach our clients this and the importance of it. And I really think that, for the amount of time that you spent looking for the passwords, having them reset, when with the password management system, you have one password, you're in 10 seconds, and you have it all at your fingertips, whether you're at a computer or on your phone, and where you could have been using this time for more important things like being with your dad and talking to the doctors.
Yes.
And so an online password management system really is so helpful to people in terms of keeping track of all of your accounts and the passwords, and even having a place to store notes about those accounts. For example, like maybe how they get paid or what the account is actually for. And, I just think that if you don't have something like that in your life already, you probably want to think about investing some time to put that in. LastPass, and I don't get paid anything to sit and talk about this. No. I just know it's a great tool. And it will take you some time, but it will be time well spent because it's going to save you so much time on the back end. And it's free, so
and it's great.
It is free, and you could share those passwords in your dad's account with your siblings. So if they needed to do anything, they could access that information as well.
Yes, and there's one of my siblings is local, and so they're able to have that information as well now. So I have it as well as my other sister does too. So it's very convenient. My dad is using it now, and he's 84. So
good. So anyone can do it.
Anyone can do it.
And then you also had to locate all of the bills that you needed to pay, and those were also in multiple locations.
They were in multiple locations, and in some cases unlabeled. They had file folders but not labeled file folders, loose papers that were on the floor of my dad's office, trying to figure out what information I needed and what the information was that, what was paid, what wasn't paid, where his bills weren't even in one location.
Right.
They were scattered between a table and an office and another office. So trying to collect all this and know what I needed to handle took a lot of time as well. Right. And I'm sure my dad doesn't want me spending time on that. I think he would have preferred I was at the hospital with him versus trying to wrestle with all the paperwork and the passwords.
Right. And I agree. And, like one of the things that we also work with a lot of our clients on is how we have what we call a daily action center, which is where we put all the bills that need to be paid. So there's one location for all those bills when they come in, and then another location for all of the paid bills so that you can quickly access all of those accounts as well. And then taking it one step further, especially for our parents who are aging, is it's nice to have an account list of all of the bills that we need to pay. And so you can do this with an Excel spreadsheet, and you can list the account. You can list how you pay the bill, whether it's an auto pay or on a credit card, and how much the payment is and when it gets paid. And by having just that one cheat sheet at the front of maybe, let's say, your bills to be paid folder, that would really be such a lifesaver. I mean, it's truly a gift.
It is. I would have appreciated it immensely.
It's such a gift that you can give to your family in time of need, because it's really not a matter of if, but when you're going to need to be in this situation and pick up and take care of this. And so, we hope that by sharing some of this information with you today about what goes on in our own lives or our families' lives, that you can also learn from this and think about what are the systems in your own home or home office that you need to put in place for the unlikely event that something like this will happen. I think that I know that the time that you will spend to do this will save you so much time and headaches and frustration that you'll be glad that you did this. So LastPass, take a look at that if you don't know about that already, and think about getting a good bill paying structure in place. And so again, I'm Laura Leist with Eliminate Chaos, here with Malia Fazzio, and we hope that you've enjoyed this information today.